Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank all my subscribers and all my viewers back this week. I'm kind of doing my week 4 devotional late because I had a busy week and it was hard for me to try to, get everything together. But this week, I wanted to talk about, what it means to, saying yes to God, saying yes to yourself, saying yes to your calling, just saying yes to yourself in general. Because sometimes, we get so sidetracked, we get influenced into, into other things and instead of, standing on the foundation of our interest and continue, to go with what we really want to do in life, Because that's the only way we're going to receive our calling in life is we're persistently and religiously going forward with what we want. And not really, just paying attention to all the noise around us. So my scripture this week is going to come from Jonah 2. And then we're going to go to Jonah chapter 3, 1 through 6. So let's get to it. Hold on, my people, I'm getting to it. Sometimes God like to take his time. The word like to take his time sometimes. All right, here we go. After, God, had allowed the fish to swallow Jonah, because this is what it was at first, God had a mission for Jonah. God wanted Jonah, to go to the city of Nineveh and preach against wickedness, So, instead of, Jonah being obedient to God, he decided to do his own thing, go in his own direction, and to float away from righteousness, to float away from authority. So, this is what happened. So, as a result of this, he had to face the consequences, he had to face the discipline of God. So, once, the fish had swallowed Jonah and, Jonah had met his karma, he had met his consequences, he had met something that he didn't intend on meeting. But we don't really think about that, when we doing our own thing, when we following our mind and not following our heart, we following that first mind. So this is the prayer Jonah said while he was in the belly of the whale. He said, "In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From the depths of the grave I called for help, and you listened to my cry. You heard me into the deep, into the very heart of the seas, and the current swirled about me. All your waves and breaks swept over me. I said, I have been banished from your sight, yet I will look again towards your holy temple. The engulfing waters threatened me, the deep surrounded me. Seaweeds was wrapped around my head. To the roots of the mountain I sank down. The earth beneath buried me in forever, but you brought my life up from the pit, O Lord my God. When my life was ebbing away, I remembered you, Lord, and my prayer rose to you, to your holy temple. Those who cling to worthless idols forfeit the grace that could be theirs. But I, with the song of thanksgiving, I will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed, I will make good. Salvation comes from the Lord. And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land." This is just like with us, We think we know everything. We think we have the answer to everything. We have the solution. We all think that we bear this infinite wisdom, that's above God, that's above everybody else. Until, it takes a real hard hit in our life for us to really hit that wall in life to realize, we are not bigger than what we're going through. We are not bigger than this life. We are not bigger than our blessings. We are not bigger than the God we serve. So, that's how it is, see. We cannot run away from our calling. We cannot run away from positivity, because the moment we run away from positivity, destruction usually happens, outside of the bosom of our faith. Destruction usually happens, when we undermine the goodness of God. Destruction usually happens, when we have been so impatient on waiting on God, so impatient for things to come around for us, so impatient to reach our destiny, to reach our success, to reach that other side. Or just as these old proverbs would say, getting down to the end of the tunnel in life. So, Brother Jonah stayed in the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Could you imagine just being trapped inside a fish, or trapped inside a den, or just trapped in this place where nobody can get to you, and the only person that can get to you is God? So that's how Jonah was in the fish for 3 days. The only person that can get him out, that can rescue him, was God. And the only way he could communicate with God was to saying yes to God. Saying, yes, God, I want to be better, because you were there when nobody else was there for me. I know I've done wrong. I put everything I've done before you. And I am, at the end of the day, Jonah realizes, hey, I'm only a man. I'm only human. Those are my mistakes. I have to own up to those mistakes. And I have to own up to the relationship I have with God and better that relationship with God. So, as followers of Jesus Christ, we become perished and abolished once we stop observing the goodness of what God has called for us to be in this world. See, our job is to remain intimate and engaged with every assignment He has for us. We have to be. It's like being in a marriage, Everything's going to be right. There's going to be times when we question a whole lot of things, but we just got to be faithful, We just got to be encouraged, to get better. We can only get better if we start to say yes, if we start to embrace, if we start to enhance different things about our faith. As this week, as we start a long week where our minds are going to be in different places, where we have to be this place and got to be that place, we got to be more open to people, open to opportunity. We have to realize none of that is not going to happen until we put God first and start saying yes to our lives, start saying yes to our calling, start saying yes to our promotion. Just generally just start being a positive essence that people are going to need. Because no matter how things are, no matter how much you don't think you're good enough for things, people are always watching. People are always looking for you to progress. People may not always say it, but everybody is watching. So, as I leave you on this last note, I want you to talk to God this week. Say, God, I have something in me, but I want you to bring it out. Say, God, put a word in me, not only to speak, but to believe, but to exemplify. I need a word in my life this week that's going to exemplify me. So, we continue every night. We have to talk to God, We have to wake up in the morning and talk to God. Throughout the day, in our hearts, we have to talk to God, because we know our days are not finished until we put Him first. Until we include Him in things, until we invite Him into our dreams, because that's what life is all about. It's about inviting God somewhere and making and improving that relationship so that He won't go anywhere. God is a man that wants to be wanted. He wants to be a part of us, and He wants us to be a part of Him. So, I'll leave you with that on this note, with my week 4 devotional, and I hope everybody have a blessed week. I hope everybody, follow me on Twitter, Davonte the Poet, Facebook, like my page, Arthur Davonte Javon, or, subscribe to my channel. You can just type in my name, Davonte Marshall. So, I hope everybody has a blessed week. All right, thank you.